We have a question coming from Karishma, who says, will Trump's win increase the chances of more mergers and acquisitions for Indian tech stocks? Very interesting question. So how tech stocks have been responding, Mark, is on day one, that is yesterday, complete surge, insane all-round surge in tech stocks. Today there's been a pullback, and a fairly sharp pullback. What is the kind of impact you see on Indian tech companies because of Trump's possible policies?
Well, the interesting thing that's happening is that going unrecognized is the fact that the software sector in India has been progressing very, very rapidly towards semiconductor software. In other words, designing the software for semiconductors. This has been going on for quite some time, but it's sort of been hidden from the public. Nobody really has been realizing. We know, of course, you've got companies like Tata, Infosys, doing normal software for enterprises around the world. But this is the first time that you've recognized the situation. What that means, of course, is that more and more American companies, Intel, all the rest of it, NVIDIA, they will be doing more and more software in India because the talent is there, the knowledge is there, the capability is there, and the cost, low cost is there. Now, in terms of mergers in India, of course, that will depend on regulatory environment in India, but it does make sense for some of these large software companies in India to merge and be big enough to tackle some of the huge challenges that they have in creating software for the semiconductor industry. So you might see that happening.
Okay, so in terms of opportunities for the semiconductor industry, we see that for sure, Mark, but what are the other sectors from an Indian perspective which could benefit? For example, do you see any clear benefit for Indian pharmaceutical companies if the Trump administration wants to go hard on China?
That's a very good point. In fact, one of the sectors I was thinking of mentioning was the pharma sector. As you know, India has a very strong pharma sector, and Indian companies have been particularly good in doing the intermediate chemicals that end up in the final pharmaceutical product. I think going forward, you'll see more and more of these companies promoting branded finished products globally, not only in India, but globally, and particularly in the US. And of course, the Indian companies have been fairly good at getting FDA approvals. And with deregulation in America, this might even become easier. So it'll be an interesting point to look at in terms of what the pharma sector will do. But I would say that's one sector we're looking at and very favorable towards as a result of this change that's taking place.
Okay.